Funny how this all looks different, but it feels the same. Like our life never stops changing, but some things never change. So fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family. The kind of love that all these years can't wash away. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Hi, I'm Lisa, the ukulele foolishly, no, seriously believing that we need this Thanksgiving song in our repertoire, and we need to get the word out there about this song. Whether people are ukulele player or not, I think this is a gorgeous song, and we just don't have enough Thanksgiving songs, which I think is such a super important part of my life, you know, just being grateful for what I have. So I've got two versions of this. If you don't want to do all the fancy little manipulation that I'm going to show you on your chording hand, I've got an easier version, sheets to do that. I've got a few singing tips as well. So patrons, I'll give you the easy chord chart and the more advanced chord chart. Let's dive in, grab your ukulele, get your favorite beverage, and let's do this. You only need these chords to do either the easy version or the hard version. But in the hard version, we're going to take that D chord and we're going to play around with it to imitate what Rector does on the piano. Is it exact? Oh, heck no. But it'll get you the flavor. We're going to start with the D chord, single down strum, pick up the ring finger, and you've got a D sus2. Put it back down for a D. Then, I invented this chord. Pick up your index finger on the G string. I'm calling it a D+4. You know, whatever you want to call it. It's really not that, but yeah, it's a made-up chord just to give that sound. Then we go to a B minor and do a down, down, up, A minor, down, up. So those get this 2-beat strum pattern. And you'll find sometimes that when I do this, I will use my thumb and get kind of an arpeggiated sound on that first down strum. Then we do this pattern again in the introduction, and we change it just slightly, where we're going still D, D sus2, D, that D+4, go back to D sus2, down, up, down. Let me play the introduction very slowly for you. Grab your ukulele, let's do it together. And 1, 2, ready, begin. D, D sus2, D, D+4, B minor, down, up, A, down, up, D, D sus2, D, D4, D sus, down, up, A, down, up. And I'll put a timestamp right here so that you can get back and practice that again, because it comes up again. We add it with the singing. It's not too bad. We're not singing too much over it. We're just kind of filling up some of the spaces. So in the first 2 lines of every verse, we're doing this. We're going, familiar highways, lined with leaves turned brown, making my way back into my hometown. Now I'm singing this in the original key, which is a little low for my voice. I think guys are probably thanking me, saying, oh, she's not singing up there in that girly voice. But what do you got to do? If it's a little low, just kind of speak it. Make it a little breathy. That's my tip for doing it and not sounding like, you know, I can't reach that note. It's just like, it's a style choice. So I'm back into my hometown. Just kind of breath it out. After we do that little manipulation, then we go back to some just regular strumming. So it looks like this, where you're going D, down, up, G, down, up, D, sus2, and A. D, down, up, G, down, up, D, sus2, and A. So let's put the entire verse together, no pesky lyrics, just going to play that more complicated D playing around along with the chords. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. D, B sus 2, D, D+4, B minor, down up A, down up D, B sus 2, D, D+4, B minor, down A, D, down up G, down up D sus 2 and A, D, down up G, down up D sus 2 and A. And I should note, I am playing this with a low G. Can you play this with a high G? Yes. But what will happen is with the high G, when you're playing that made-up chord, you will have a G and an A sounding together. It's a little dissonant, a little bit more dissonant than getting the low G and the A together, but it'll work. So yeah, if you like my low Gs, I've got a link down below to my Amazon storefront, and I've got my favorite low G strings there. The chorus is simpler, although we go into that little interlude D stuff when we get out of the chorus. So let's practice just the chords for the chorus, and I'm all just doing the down, down, up strum for and anything that's a chord in a bracket. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. G, down, up, D, down, up, A, down, up, D, down, up, G, down, up, D, down, up, D sus 2 and A, and G, and a D, and a A, and B minor, and G, and D sus 2 and D. Into another verse. Let's talk about the singing. I did this in the original key that Ben Rector did it in, and that's because I had to practice and listen to him singing and listen for his phrasing, and I always think that it's really just a good idea to go listen to the original artist. You know, they're obviously professionals, you know, in performing, and I'm a professional teacher, so listen to them and get kind of the flavor and nuance. And you can do this when you're in the car, in the shower, things like that. And that's what I did, you know, learn from the original source. The other thing that I would say is, because I did all this little intricacy, you know, if you can't do it that low, you might consider using a capo. Just, you know, putting up one step, so a whole step or whole tone if you're in the UK. Do this, and then play your D here. And so fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family. Just a little higher will make a huge difference. Last little singing tip is choruses generally keep the same melody. And yeah, generally the chorus keeps the same melody, but if you listen to Ben Rector do it, you're going to see that the second time he does the chorus, he lifts up the melody. So it goes like this. Kind of love 1,000 miles can't wash away. Here it comes. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life's short and bittersweet. So just a little tip. I've got a little asterisk there by that line just to remind you in the chord chart. It's a little higher there. I love my beginners, and I want you to have a good positive experience with this song. I just am using a down, down, up strum. We have to play a D. We also have to play a D sus 2. That comes up every once in a while. So you're just picking up this finger for the D sus 2, and then you also need a G and an A. We will throw out the B minor, and it'll still sound great. Okay, let's try that introduction. 1, 2, here we go. D, D again, and G and A. D, D again, So much easier, right? And still beautiful. Let's take out the pesky lyrics and let's do a verse modified to make it easier. 1, 2, here we go. D, D again, and G, and A. D, D again, and G, and A. D, and G, and D sus2, and A. D, and G, and D sus2, and A. Here's a little tip with the D sus2. You can finger it like this instead of fingering it like this. You know, you pick up, but particularly when it's going to an A, finger it this way, and then all you have to do is just trade fingers. Little tip, and you might want to mark the music just to remind yourself. Let's do the chorus. 1, 2, here we go. G and a D and an A and a D, the G and a D and D sus2 and A, and G and a D and an A and G and D sus2 and D twice, and G and A and D twice, D sus2 and A. I didn't know who Ben Rector was, and so I had to go look him up. You know, in the video, which I'm going to have the video link down below, and I'll put it up in the cards as well. I think it's a great video, and he appears at the very end of the video. And you can also catch him in a live performance too, and I'll put that down below as well in the description box. He's been on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, he's been on the Today Show, he's been on Kelly and Ryan Show, and his songs have been featured on, I'm taking a look at my list here, America's Got Talent, American Idol, Hawaii 5-0, Pretty Little Liars, and Castle. So the Nathan Fillion Show, if any of you are Nathan Fillion fans. Okay. He was a mentor in 2021 for American Idol, and he also, his songs have a connection with sports and the PGA, Pro Golfing Association, shows you how much, and also the FIFA World Cup. So yay, Ben. I wish him well on his journeys. I saw when I went to his YouTube channel that he's doing some live performances. He's opening for another country act. So yay, and do catch that video. I thought the video was just amazing for this song. So give him some love there on his YouTube channel. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, begin. Familiar highways lined with leaves turned brown, making my way back in my hometown. Funny how this all looks different, but it feels the same. Like our life never stops changing, but some things never change. So fill your plate and fill your drink, and fill this house with family, kind of love that all these years can't wash away. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Watching football, watching families grow, the old kids' table all have kids of their own. Starting to see my grandfather in my nephew's eyes. Mom still can talk about him and not almost cry. So fill your plate and fill your drink, and fill this house with family, love 1,000 miles can't wash away. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. So fill your plate and fill your drink and put your dishes in the kitchen sink and let the leftover year just wash away. 'Cause we made it through, I do believe, the longest year in history. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day. Okay. I don't think I'm going to refilm this. I just think I'm going to keep it honest here. I can't do that last chorus without, because it's been a hard year for me. Bittersweet. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful. I'm 63 years old and both my parents are still alive, and they were not youngsters when they had me either. So they're both still alive, and their health is really degraded, and their quality of life is going down, and it's hard. Thanks for watching to the very end and taking this kind of sob sister approach here. It's I'm sorry for that if that's bothering you, but it's just kind of I think we need more Thanksgiving songs, don't you? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this song. I think it's just really super beautiful. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Those thumbs up really do help my channel.